All right, as we promise you, keeping an eye on the ground as much as we possibly can, and in every province. So from the Western Cape, we go to the Northern Cape, and the IEC in that province says it expects no problems today as the country heads to the polls. The Chapter 9 says there were no issues on the second day of special votes in the Northern Cape, which is good news, but several people had to be turned away due to not being properly registered for special votes. And remember, that's a very big part of voting, is that you need to be registered. If you were registered for a special vote, you would have been allowed. But in order to vote today, you also need to be registered. You cannot just arrive at a voting station and decide on the day you want to vote. So you need to be registered. Now, the IEC says they are ready to receive more than 650,000 people that have registered for the polls in the Northern Cape. So, senior reporter Ulrich Hendriks, our video journalist Reka Mutseko, I beg your pardon, they're out in Upington. So, Ulrich, give us an idea. It is a little bit early, we do know that. It's not even 6 o'clock as yet. It's still about 18 minutes before 6 o'clock. But let's get an idea. Is there any movement there? Anybody starting to arrive at the stations, getting an early start? Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Leanne. Well, we're at Louisvilleweg in Upington, just outside Upington, and we've seen a lot of activity here from around 5 o'clock when we arrived. So political parties, party agents already here. The IEC just arrived with ballot papers and voting material. So they just went in and basically opened the voting station. On the other side of us, we can already hear music from the local ANC party here in this particular ward. Of course, trying to create that election mood here in the province. Last night we also saw a number of parties also doing parties, etc. You know, to try and get people excited for today, which is voting day. Like I said, when we arrived here this morning, people already here. Ria de Veer, she has been, since as long as I've been covering Upington in Northern Cape during election, Ria has always been first in the queue. She was here at 5 o'clock, and you can see her chair there, and she was like ready to cast your vote. Ria, tell us, why do you need to be first every single election?
Ek is baie opgewonde. Ek kan net die vorige aan slaap nie. En ek het 1 uur opgestaan en 4 uur toe ek al hier. So haastig as ek om my stem uit te bring. Het vir my 'n baie belangrike dag vandag. Net om my stem uit te bring.
Nou Ria, sê vir ons die dag toe jy vir die eerste keer gestem het in 94, hoe het jy toegevoel en dink jy gaan dieselfde voel nou?
Ek voel glad nie nou dieselfde nie, maar ek 1994 was ek net so opgewonde. Ons was 'n klomp geweest, maar ek het altyd geprobeer om eers in die ry te kom.
Maar hoekom is dit belangrik vir jou om eers in die ry te wees?
Ek wil kyk of die regering nie kan vir ons ook help met tekortkominge wat ons het. Ons het baie tekortkominge, maar ons laat dit maar so aan die regering oor.
So dis hoekom jy stem. As dit hoekom dit belangrik vir jou is om te stem, om verandering te sien.
Ja, ek wil baie graag 'n verandering, veral hier in Louisville. Ek bly nou al 50 jaar hier. Ek wil net kyk of hier 'n verandering kan kom. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much. Mrs. De Veer there, of course, telling us about, you know, she's been, since she could start voting in 94, she basically started, you know, wanting to be, this is a voting station, and she's always been managed to get here first, and it's actually quite a big thing for her. She wakes up, she does all her housework before, the night before, wakes up around 2, 3, 4 o'clock, and then so that she can be here at 5 o'clock, even before the IEC officials get here. But like you said earlier, Leanne, 650,000 people registered to vote here in the Northern Cape. Of course, the IEC, the biggest problem for them is that the Northern Cape is largely rural. And so a lot of travel involved for IEC officials, but also largely rural mean a big agricultural sector. And so a lot of people will go to work today, and then you have that rush towards the end of of the voting day as people come to mark their ballot.
Well, Ulrich, we'll be watching closely and seeing that the voters get exactly what it is they need when they get to the voting stations. That's an important aspect of the elections.